Hello, everyone, and welcome to Indulge Podcast. Today, we have a guest who needs no introduction, literally no introduction. We are with none other than Swastika Mukherjee. Hi,
Hi.
Swastika, and you're
Hello.
looking as fresh as the jasmine that you're wearing on your hair. What's
Thank
the
you.
what's the secret for your eclectic beauty, if I can say that? You always manage to look so fresh.
I think I am quite a happy at heart person. I am very happy with small things in life. I do not have big demands, and my like I don't need to tick off very big boxes. So আমি অল্পেতে খুশি হয়ে যাওয়া মানুষ।
Yeah, and that's showing, and especially today, you're looking so fresh. I would like to say how you came up with this look.
No, so I had gone for an event at Taj Bengal, and I met Upalda, like
Okay. Okay,
Chandrabindu
Chandrabindu bands,
band
Upal.
Upal, and he was wearing this much motive.
Okay, you love fish motif.
Yeah, I love fish motive. I have a lot of saris with fish motive, dresses with fish motive. So he was wearing exactly this one, but as a in a shirt. And I told him that from where have you got this? And I really love it. And I was constantly staring at his shirt and whatever I was, whatever conversation I was having with him, I was putting in that word that this is so nice.
I mean, your eyes were constantly going
Yeah.
at his shirt.
So then Upalda said that he will ask his wife because she had got it for her, for him. And after 2 or 3 days, Upalda went to the shop and he was sending me.
He fetched it for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
He went to the shop for some work. They were having, I think, some event or something, and he called me and said that আমার বউ যেখান থেকে কিনে দিয়েছিল ওই দোকানটায় আমি আজকে এসেছি, so will I pick one up for you?
How wonderful.
So I said, yeah, give it to the shop owner. And I was discussing my size and crop top or this or that. So
Yeah, but nobody could in their wildest imagination, conceive a look like this where
Yeah.
you've blended so beautifully
Yeah,
the
so then
gajra and the nathani.
Then he sent it and he was like, tum ki pecho. I said, yeah, I've got it and I will wear it for a special
Yeah,
day.
but styling it like this, it's only, you can think of it.
No, I think we really need to break the stereotypes of fashion also. Nowadays, I feel there's a lot of mix and match happening, and if you're wearing, if you want to do a boho look or you want to wear
A
something
relaxed look.
relaxed, casual day wear, you can, do a top knot and put some flowers because
Because who told that flowers are only for ethnic
yeah,
looks?
ethnic look, and it's only for wedding,
Yeah,
wedding season look, and you should only put flowers for Indian attire.
Right.
I think if you can carry it, you can do whatever you want, which goes with your personality. And I already had a nose
And you
piercing.
pierced
I
the other
pierced the
side
other
also.
side. So I am very obsessed with. I was always obsessed with nose pins,
Right.
but now I have two. So I want to
wear all of them
wear all of
in a
them
very
constantly.
eclectic manner. But the effect is so gorgeous.
Thank you.
And tell us, Vastik, you've always been so good in your styling and fashion. How do you see yourself over the years growing as a fashionista? I mean, there's nobody in Bengal or maybe in India who doesn't follow your style.
During growing up times, I feel my mother played a very important role, and the way I looked at women, dressing up or carrying fashion, and all my mashis, they had very distinctive styles. My mother, they were 5 sisters, but they looked very different from each other with their,
okay.
in terms of the way they
Dressing
styled
up
their,
and styling
yeah,
their
styled their
looks.
saris, blouses, hairdo, bindis. They had a very distinctive style. And also when I was studying in Jodhpur University, when I did my graduation, there were a few seniors who became kind of our fashion idols in
Okay.
in
In the
university.
campus.
Yeah, because they used to wear these hairpins or clips, or they did a lot of experimenting thing with their bindis and with winged eyeliners. Like in late 1990s, these things happening in Kolkata, it was different. And it was very, Kolkata women, I think, had a
Right.
very distinct style, and they never followed Bollywood.
Never,
90s
never.
Bollywood is
Neither
ridiculous.
do they now. I don't think
90s Bollywood is quite ridiculous.
Very.
If you see now, if you look back, 90s
Absolutely,
Bollywood,
absolutely.
I would never want to follow that fashion. And Calcutta women are always very nicely dressed, at least,
Right.
with their saris and things. And yeah, so various people I've seen, and then looked up a lot of magazine, and then I felt that I can't follow a trend, and it is we should not like follow a trend and like this is happening now all around, so you also
Go with the flow.
Yeah, go with the flow. I think you
Right.
need to create your own space
And
where-
own style.
Yeah, and own style, and something which you are comfortable. For me, comfort comes first.
Right.
I will never ever wear something which may be beautiful and amazing, but if I'm constantly fidgeting with my
Right,
clothes, or I'm
right.
feeling uncomfortable, or something is pricking me, I want to wear a lot of sequins. And at times I do try and wear, but then I'm like constantly complaining. It's something is
Something is
pricking me
pinching
here,
here, or
something is
yeah,
pricking
yeah.
me there.
Yeah.
So for me,
So apart from
comfort.
your love for your septum and nose studs, what are the other accessories you love experimenting? Is it earrings or are they chokers? What do you like?
I think earrings.
Earrings,
I am very, very fond of glass bangles.
Oh.
Very.
How many of them do you have? And how many colors?
I do not know how many, because during my commercial film days, we used to travel to Hyderabad a lot.
Okay, okay.
Because a lot of shooting used to happen in Ramoji and
Yeah,
Banjara Hills and those areas in Hyderabad. And every time I went for shoot, I went to Charminar, and I used to buy
got yourself
boxes.
boxes, okay.
So then my mother found boxes to keep bangles. Then every almirah has one side those
Okay,
rods where I
okay.
keep bangles, and all
So you're
my
pretty careful with them.
yeah,
Because you
and
preserve them for
all
long.
my friends, they know I love glass bangles. So if somebody is traveling to Benares or traveling somewhere else, they'd send me, or Rajasthan or Jaipur,
Yeah,
they'll send me pictures like, I've seen.
Choose your pick.
Yeah, I'm choose. Do you want this? Do you want that? I'm like, get all of them.
Oh,
So yeah,
God.
I am very, very fond of
So
glass.
Swastika, you guys will see her in one of the biggest puja release this month. It's called Tekka, and it's directed by Srijit Mukherjee, and it stars Dev and Rukmini in other pivotal roles. And Swastika is playing the major character of the mum whose little daughter
Yeah.
gets kidnapped.
Yeah.
Right? It's in a building. So
Yeah.
it's a very pacey, racy kind of a thriller.
Yeah.
So if you
And
could
this
tell
is
us
the
what made you choose the role. I had this small birdie telling
1,500 mother role. I'm
right,
doing.
and one birdie told me you were supposed to play the role Rukmini is
yeah,
playing,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then
Yeah,
time
so-
flew, and
yeah.
then again something else came back to you.
Yeah, so Srijit had connected with me around 2021-22 when I was in Bombay, and he sent me the script. But he usually also sends me scripts to read and give him a feedback, even though he's not making those films or I'm not doing those films.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
I had known the story of Sher Dil and a lot of his work in here, and also things, scripts that he has written for Bombay. Of course, I'm very hungry as an actor, and I definitely want Srijit to cast me in every film. But otherwise, also I read scripts. So I read the script way back then, and even then, actually, Srijit had pestered me to play Ira, and I had said back then that no, I want to play the policewoman, because I
Okay.
hadn't played a policewoman back then at all.
Till then.
Yeah.
But we
Then
recently
Nikhoj
saw
happened.
you in
Then
Nikhoj.
Nikhoj
Right,
happened.
right.
So then COVID happened, and finding a producer in Bombay and all of that struggle went by. And this time when Srijit connected with me, so I'm like, I have already played a policewoman. So Nikhoj 2 is also going to
Right,
come out very
right.
soon. And I'm like, I don't want to play a policewoman right now. And I had just had, a massive surgery with my uterus and ovary being removed from my body, and I was not being able to diet much and exercise much, and there was a lot of running, going up and down stairs, and all of that for the police role.
Involved with that
Yeah,
role,
and I
right.
thought that, yeah, maybe if I'm playing that character, I will pull it off. I'm very confident about that.
We didn't want to go through all
yeah,
that.
and also
rush.
I feel the exhaustion would have showed on my face, you know. And Sreet was way back then, during the first time also he wanted me to play Ira. This time also he wanted me to play Ira, and he kept saying that, you know, this character is extremely layered, and
It was meant for you.
yeah, and then he said that, you know, to flatter me, that he was like, I don't think anybody else can play this mother better than you. I'm like, okay, you're flattering me. I'm getting flattered. So,
So
let
yeah.
me do it.
So how different is Ira from the how different it is very challenging, of course, to play each time our mother very differently and look distinctly different, because moms are
at
moms
the
are
end
moms.
of my life and career,
Yeah.
I think I'm going
To
to
how
get
many
an
your children did you play mom
yeah,
on screen?
Yeah, yeah. That I'm
Till
going
now?
to get an Oscar for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Most number of times I have played a mother in my life.
Yeah. So, still, I would like to ask, how did you try to differently portray Ira than the other moms that you played?
I don't try. You know, for any kind of role, I don't think I try. Like, I have a kind of graph in my mind, or I
Right,
do homework and I prepare myself that this is how I'm going to approach,
enact, right.
or you know, approach.
So,
this
method
role.
acting is not your cup of tea. You're more spontaneous.
No, yeah, more spontaneous, more intuitive, and in Tikka, যেখান থেকে বা যে সময় থেকে আমরা ইরাকে দেখতে পাই, the tsunami has hit her. The first time we see Ira the first time we see Ira in the film, she has been informed that her child has been abducted. So the hell breaking loose has already happened from the get go, and yeah, I think for every role I just try to behave the way the character should behave in that position. Like, if I think I am Ira, so in this space, how am I supposed to emote and how will I react? That is how I approach any role. But yeah, I think I personally would be in a much hyper mode and really go mad. And I had gone mad in front of the camera, and Shree at times has just told me that don't take it to this psychotic level.
Okay.
Just lessen it a bit. But I said, no, what, you know, if I think that my child was there, I would have throttled people's neck and, you know, killed a few. Like, no, you can't. I was just going to break some bottle on a policeman's head. And
really, during the scene?
Yeah, like,
of the scene?
Yeah, there was some bottle, some plastic bottle or something. So I said, will I throw it on him? Will I throw the bottle? He said, don't touch the bottle. You don't need to touch the bottle. I said, if you give me
being the hyper, guiding you not to be hyper. Okay,
and
that's the catch.
He first told me that I should hold the bottle, and then I've thrown the bottle in her shot. He's like, can't throw the bottle. I said, then don't give me the bottle, because if you're giving me the bottle, I will hit people with that bottle. So yeah, it was fun.
So it was fun.
Yeah, because he was constantly like, একটু কমিয়ে দাও,
tone down.
তুমি তো বললে যে মাটা পুরো মানে psychologically she is in like her worst state. Yeah, Ira is like that. You are not like that, but I want Ira to be little.
So this is your first time you have shared screen space with Rukmini, right? How was it? What I'm seeing out of your interviews with her, a couple of interviews, you seem to be very comfortable with your co-star. Yeah. So how was it working with her?
It was nice, you know, it was nice, and she's very hardworking. অনেক ওর মুখস্থ করা নিয়ে একটা প্যারানয় আছে, so she was always
by heart.
Yeah, she was always very paranoid about her lines, and so you kept telling her that you can just speak the way you want to, and you know, you understand the lines and you can say it in your own way. And she was like, no, I want to follow the lines. And I have given her a lot of tips.
Okay, what were they? Tell us.
Like small things that I have learned from my seniors, or I have learned through the years. That, you know, how you can, the way you're emoting, you can use certain tricks, which will help you to emote. And I also told her that you have to learn 5 Bengali sentences every day.
Okay.
That's how you're going to become better in Bengali. তো আমি বলেছিলাম যে আমরা যখন টেক্কার যখন প্রমোশন হবে, যখন প্রচার হবে, তুই একদম কম ইংরেজি কথা বলবি আর বাংলায় কথা বলবি বেশি। এবার ও এত বাংলা বলছে যে at times I'm like, really, you've learned.
So she took you seriously as a
she-
teacher.
She took me very seriously, and I have more screen space with Rukmini, like than Dev.
Of course.
So yeah, it was quite nice actually. And there were scenes where I have called her Ira and she has called me Maya, and then I'm like, dara.
Okay,
Na,
so
ami to Ira,
this
tu
was
to Maya.
beautiful. So I've seen that you've acted with many female co-stars, but you've never tried to steal the thunder, and you're never known as a very very competitive female co-actor. How do you keep that calm? It doesn't unnerve you to share screen space with no matter who is there. How have you reached that zen zone?
No, it's not about reaching any zone. I am very confident
About yourself.
about myself, as a woman, as a mother, as a child. I was very confident about who I am. When it came to take care of my parents when they were sick, even after my mother passed away, when my father fell very ill, I knew that I am the only caregiver till a certain point of time. So I was very confident that I will do my job properly as a caregiver. As a mother, I emotionally, maybe I am a lot vulnerable, more vulnerable than my child. So maybe emotionally at times she becomes my parent. But the duties that I have as a mother, which nobody has told me that this and this and this is your duty and you have to be good at it. But I feel that, and I've always believed since the start of my career, that I need to be financially secured so that I can provide my daughter the education she wants
And she deserves,
and
correct.
however she wants it. If she wants to go and stay in Iceland and do her master's or PhD, or she wants to go to Australia or America or UK or
She can
Bombay,
pick her
Delhi,
choose.
wherever,
She can choose her.
I have to be in a good financial state so that I can provide her the support. Of course, I've told my daughter always that the marks you have to achieve through your hard work. I am not going to pull any strings or use my contacts or put you in a college which you are not being able to achieve yourself. And she has done that. I have never needed to call somebody.
So she finished her graduation in the UK.
She
Now
finished
she's
her
where?
masters.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
she's grown really
She
big.
finished her masters. She is working now as a well-being practitioner
Oh wow, where?
in Cardiff.
Lovely.
Yeah. So, and then next year she's wanting to do a PhD, and she would not be able to work, of course, because she's a psychologist.
she never showed interest in your profession. Is she not at all interested in debuting in acting or anything like that?
She's
Never.
not interested in my work also. I mean.
Really? Has she watched your work?
I have to like bribe her. That I'm going to gift you a dress from H&M.
Please watch
or
my
I'm
work.
going to give you a jama from Zara. But please, এটা দেখ একটু দেখে নে। আমি কি পাবো?
Okay,
মার একটা কাজ দেখার জন্য আমার ঘুষ চাইছিস,
So tell us
yeah, so
again. We are back to
yeah, I was always very confident of myself. I knew how much I have to work hard or how much dedicated I have to be to my craft and constantly keep learning and unlearning. I watch a lot of content from where I learn.
Right.
Like I watch it as an audience and I watch it as I need to learn certain things. And I know I maybe not copied, but I have gotten influenced by so many actors and so many characters, and to remember all of it and then use it.
bring it out in the right time.
Yeah, in the right time, because in our emotional way, মানে একটা হলিউড ছবির ইমোশনাল
You know, this is
কন্টেন্ট
called reference study.
yeah, and I have always felt very secured. So I
Tell us, going back
Yeah.
to Tekka, how was it working with Srijit after a long gap?
6 years.
6 years, yeah, it's a long gap.
Yeah, but the gap doesn't feel long, no, because we have always been in touch. So it doesn't feel like I have not seen him for 6 years, or I've
Right,
not
right.
met him for 6 years. So the gap really like feels like a gap. But with Shrijit, always bumped into him somewhere or the other, or he's always told me about what films he's making, or shared scripts. Maybe they have not happened, but we've discussed that, and yeah, so it doesn't feel like
So,
it's been a gap.
what rating would, I mean, who rates the Srijit, the person, or Srijit, the filmmaker? Who rates higher in your scorebook?
The filmmaker.
The filmmaker. Why so? And why not as a person?
The filmmaker, because he's absolutely fabulous as a director. He knows what he wants from his actors. There's no dilemma in anything. He knows what he wants, and he will achieve that. Even if it takes hours and shifts, and maybe 2 days, he will rehearse one day, he'll shoot another day, but he knows what he wants from his actors. So he's very confident, and he makes very big films, which I love. The canvas is really big. Even for Tekka, what we achieved with the budget constraint that a Bengali film has, and all of it. There is one shot in the teaser where Dave is standing, looking at the camera with a gun in his hand, and we see 3 or 4 snipers coming down from the terrace. It was, I couldn't believe that we will be able to achieve it.
Right.
Because it is extremely, extremely difficult to manage this kind of a mammoth, hostage situation being recreated on celluloid. And we had special forces. They are not like our film industry
Stuntmen,
people. No,
right.
they were actual special security forces.
Wow.
Who came and wanted.
So it was a large scale.
Yeah, it was large scale, and there were 4 cameras in different
Zones.
different buildings.
Okay.
And they were all high rises. And Srijit was communicating on walkie-talkie and mobile, and communicating with 4 DOPs like Madhura,
And not an easy job.
and her assistants. And I thought that we are going to shoot that scene forever. But we managed to finish it like in 3-4 hours. And
Wow.
so it's like films we know has a different appeal when it's larger than life. And Srijit can pull off the
Right.
larger than life films, which a lot of directors can't. Of course, everybody has their own genre, but this is something that I love about Srijit, and also his scripts, his dialogues. You can always take away from the lines, and keep it with you forever, and use it elsewhere.
Right.
Jatishware ekta dialogue chilo which got edited from the film, but we shot that scene যেখানে আমি বলেছিলাম যে জীবনটা তো মিনি বাসের সিট নয়, অ্যাডজাস্ট করতে যাব কেন।
Oh, that's such a love.
So now it was not there in the film, but I have used this dialogue দেওয়ার মতন করে, I have used it so many times in my personal space. And Srijit has in his personal space, I think he is like a bohemian, very vagabond.
A vagabond. He will be seeing this podcast or watching this podcast.
হ্যাঁ, আজকে এটা মনে হলো, কালকে একটা অন্য কিছু মনে হলো, রইলো ঝোলা চললো ভোলা টাইপস. Yeah, so I don't think he's very dependable in a personal way, and I can tell this because of course I have history with him.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not that I'm like,
I hope you're watching.
I have observed it. Yeah, so I think he's not very responsible, and you can't really, I think, depend on him for your life. Maybe small phases
bits
you
and
can.
parts.
In
Okay.
bits and pieces. You can't
Okay,
depend on it.
okay, Shrijit will give both of us a big scolding for, spilling the
He
beans.
can't give me any scolding.
Okay, but I might get.
Yeah.
So, spilling the beans like
I'm
this.
very honest. I can only give honest answers.
So, going back to the workspace again, we will soon seeing you in Nikoj season
Two.
2. How has
Yeah.
the character of the DSP developed?
It has developed a lot, and I think the first season we were more into trying to figure out, investigation happening, forensic things happening, a lot of conversation happening in Lal Bazaar,
So now a lot of action.
Yeah, now it's full on. Everybody is on the road.
Yeah.
And
You enjoyed playing that.
এত হেসেছি এটা বলতে গিয়ে যে Nikoj 2, I think people are waiting for it since Ice Age.
Right.
Because whatever you
Seriously.
do, whatever you say, ওখানে আসবে Nikoj 2 টা কবে আসছে. So,
Seriously,
yeah,
seriously.
I think I have
And
in
do
my
we also
entire career, I
have a
don't-
Shiput 2 happening?
not maybe it's a prequel. I'm not there.
Okay.
But Nikoj 2, I think in my entire career, I have not seen people waiting for some work of mine.
Yeah, the social
As-
media is a buzz.
I know, as they are for Nikoj too. I have been to hospitals for my own checkups, and all.
Right.
People have asked me about Nikoj too. When I went for the surgery, my anesthetist in the operation room, that's the last thing I've heard. He asked me that Diti je hariye gechilo na ota kobe asche.
God.
In my head, I'm like, Ananda,
First get me operated.
leave everything and just release the series.
Oh God!
there's just so
So,
much of-
Swastika, tell us, you went through a major operation in
Yeah.
life, and
Yeah.
that too, early 40s.
Yeah.
How did you deal with it, and how did you get back on tracks? It has a lot of psychological effects, hormonal imbalance. How do you manage to look better than the best? Share it with other in the audience, because they would also like to know.
I was having a lot of gynecological issues since COVID. And the pain was very, very, very bad. I mean, I used to just roll on the floor. I was not understanding how to deal with it. I was having a lot of medication to control it, and of course my gynecologist said that I'm very young and not age appropriate for hysterectomy and oophorectomy. I mean, both the uterus and the ovary.
Right.
So we tried to kind of go through tests and scans and vaginal ultrasonography and this and that. যা নতুন যা কিছু বেরিয়েছে এখন. And we tried to kind of control it for 2 years, but it was not helping. And my doctor kept asking me that, are you sure that you don't want to have a child? And I'm like, that is the only thing I am sure in my life. Only one thing I'm sure of, that I am not going to have children anymore, for sure, like 1,000% sure. So that was out of the conversation. And I was just kind of concerned that I know for a fact, and I've had a lot of discussions, that you put on weight, and there are a lot of medications you need to take post surgery.
The mood.
Yeah, so this one I have heard, but I was very surprised that I did not have any mood swings at all. Maybe because I knew that I am living alone.
So you were prepared.
No, I live alone.
Right.
So you also know at the back of your mind that you don't have a lot of people around you on whom you can apply the mood swings, or people who will be affected,
there for
handling your mood swings, or they will get affected by your mood swings. I mean, these happen in households where you're a couple, maybe your husband is getting affected, your partner is getting affected,
or
children getting affected, parents getting affected. Now in my life, there's only Phoolki who stays with me, and my Mashi.
Your pet.
Yeah, my Mashi, my house help. And me and Mashi, we share a very guardian kind of relationship, and I'd never scream on people. I've whom I work with.
Yeah, and it's so
Do the diet.
so
and-
encouraging for your fans or those who follow you to know that even stars go through crisis, health crisis in life. And now I see so
Yes.
many stars. They're
Yeah.
sharing their stories, their cancer victories,
It's,
their small
Shormishta,
wins.
it's very important, I think, to which I had written also, after the surgery when I was doing shoots and I was putting up pictures, and you can visibly see the weight is showing. But I really want to tell it to you and to other women who are going maybe through pregnancy or uterus surgery or ovary surgery, whatever, which creates a lot of disturbance inside our women
Right,
bodies.
right.
It's a lot of disturbance, lot of changes, lot of hormonal change. You can have more of hair growth suddenly, or your hair fall suddenly.
right.
So I feel you should not focus on speeding up the process.
So, Swastika, tell us what's happening in the Hindi front, in the Bombay front.
Nothing is happening actually right now.
Okay.
Nothing is happening. There are a lot of work I did last year, and I was hoping that they would release this year. So they are traveling to a lot of festivals
wow.
and all, but theatre releases are yet
So, which
to
are
be
the works
announced.
which are traveling to festivals?
I did a film called Dead, Full Dead. It was a new, it's an independent
It's
film.
called Dead, Full Dead.
Yeah, Dead,
Oh, wow.
Dead, Full Dead.
Oh, wow.
And it's
an indie film?
It's an indie film, and it's a satire.
Okay.
So a woman who was murdered, a woman who was murdered, she is the one who helps in the investigation.
Okay.
Of course, I did another film called Anya Data, data as in DATA.
Okay, technology.
Yeah. So I have Nikhoj too. Yeah, the most awaited work in my life and career.
Yeah.
I have Durgapur Junction.
Right.
In this film I did with Bikram
Right.
Chatterjee.
Okay.
I also did a film directed by a new director, Shourjo Deb.
Okay.
And Genesis is the producer of the film. It's called Promoter Bodhi.
Oh,
Yeah, and I've played a female promoter.
you've played a promoter. Oh, wow.
Female promoter, that too.
Great. How will you be spending your pujas? They're only a week away.
I think this pujo is really different because of the troubled times we are living
Going
in
through,
and going
exactly.
through. And I feel and I believe that the protests and the andolon that is going on around us, it is not something that will stop. I first want to find some time and go and buy a shari for my Thakur.
Right.
Which I finish shopping every year by August. This time I have not done anything, and also I think it is not coming from within.
From within, exactly.
That the happiness and the
mark
zeal and
with
that
puja is associated.
পুজোর বাজার করতে যাব জিনিসপত্র কিনতে যাব I'm just not feeling it. A couple of friends of ours, we are planning to sit
Right.
and have a very 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 long session for forever.
Thank you so much, Swastika, for
Thank
being a
you.
part of our podcast. Wish you all the best for your
Thank
Tekka.
you, Shormishta.
Thank you
The
so
diva
much.
that you have become. Yeah. See,
Thank
it's very, and I feel it's very important as women. Please keep appreciating other women around
Yes.
you.
Yes,
Very
please.
important.
Please
Because
do that.
we only have to tell this to ourselves, because we don't want to depend on men coming and appreciating us. We have to do it.
That's an awesome way
yeah.
of ending the session.
Appreciating others. So
Thank you so much.
I want to become like you.
Thank you so much.